Pavlina from Pavlina's Kids Place, and I'm on Skype with Dave Pirner of SOUL ASYLUM. Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you today?
I'm good, thank you. So, where are you now? Because you just left Florida.
We left Florida, and then we went through Richmond, Virginia, because the Department of Transportation will only let us drive for 12 hours at a time. So we left, which part of Florida? Ocala.
Yes.
Then we stayed in Richmond, and now we're here in the dressing room in New York City at Irving Plaza.
Oh my gosh, that's very cool. I didn't know you could only like drive for 12 hours.
Yeah.
Wow.
We're doing long drives. It's like 46 shows in 50 days, so we don't stop much. We play, we get on the bus, we roll. We wake up, we play, we get on the bus, we roll.
You're just starting out your Summerland Tour with Everclear and Eve 6 and Space Hog, which runs throughout the month of August, hence the name Summerland. So what can your fans really expect from your concerts?
Well, we just switched our setup. So they were expecting, they don't know what to expect, but we're really going to give them something instead of something. So we can kind of do whatever we want to a certain degree, but there's short sets. So the whole idea is to get every band on there and not, exhaust the audience into submission. So we're kind of playing short sets, so we don't have a lot of time to stretch out. And most people are going to be expecting long guitar solos from me, but unfortunately they're not going to get them on this tour. But otherwise, they can expect lots of surprises and lots of quality entertainment. And, all the bands sound pretty good to me. I mean, it's pretty much guys playing rock music that pretty much know how to do it, as far as I can tell. But what do I know, right?
Yeah, definitely. Your Grammy award-winning song, Runaway Train, in 1992, it's about kids. And you mentioned in a different interview that it was coming from listening to Woody Guthrie. That's kind of like an odd combination.
Well, I think that before the record called Grave Dancers Union came out, I was only playing electric guitar. Mm-hmm. And I think at some point in there, I was really rediscovering how to write songs. So I was listening to people like Leonard Cohen and Bob Dylan and Woody Guthrie and, whoever, people that I considered to be great songwriters. It didn't really have anything to do with what kind of music it was. It was just good lyrics, and good melodies and things like that. So through putting down the electric guitar and picking up the acoustic guitar, it taught me a lot about doing more with less. I didn't have to stand behind the wall of sound or anything anymore, and it's very naked. It's closer to stand-up comedian stuff when you're just folk troubadour with an acoustic guitar.
Yeah.
However, Runaway Train kind of came out of it, and it's a little bit more of a sort of folk situation, but to me, rock and roll is folk music. So to that effect, it's all kind of the same. And I think on the Grammy, it actually says Rock Song of the Year for Runaway Train. But to me, it sounds like something they could play on any kind of radio station a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Did you ever meet Arlo Guthrie? That's Woody Guthrie's son.
Yeah, I did. I played a gig with Arlo. We did a tribute to Woody Guthrie at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and Ani DeFranco, and Arlo Guthrie, and Bruce Springsteen, and all these people were there. And we all played Woody Guthrie songs together, and it was really, really fun.
Yeah, because when I saw, that's what.
Yeah.
What is it?
Nora Guthrie is Arlo's daughter, and she's awesome.
Yeah, I actually interviewed Arlo, so when I saw you talked about Woody, I was like, oh my gosh, that's so crazy. So, but yeah, that was really cool. So, were any of those kids, found from the video?
They say that they found 3 or 4 in America, and 2 or 3 in Canada, and 2 or 3 in England. Eventually, they started adapting the video to different parts of the world. So, I met a couple people. I met a mother and a daughter who had reunited because of the video.
Oh wow!
And they came backstage and they talked to me about it, and it was pretty moving. It was a pretty special moment for me. At the same time, there was something really funny going on between this mother and this daughter. They had a dynamic that they needed to be together, but they were trying to avoid each other.
That's funny.
So Another one was a couple that had ran away, and I guess the thing that I learned is the distinction between being abducted and running away. So
Yeah.
I really follow these things now with my heart, because I had to talk to the people at the Center for Missing and Exploited Children, and get to know this fella named Ernie that kind of walked me through the whole thing, and it was pretty deep. I was kind of, it's making me emotional just thinking about it. So when I see Elizabeth Smart, or I see these Castro creeps doing whatever it is they're doing, and now these women that have been abducted in Nigeria, it always seems slightly like something that just ain't right, that I wish I could do something about. And by turning a video into a public service announcement, it was a pretty unique experiment, and it kind of worked. It just really raised awareness and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, I think it definitely did too. Keeping the band together over the years, can always be kind of hard, because you're the only original band member from Soul Asylum. So why is that so difficult?
Well, I think that you can look at just about any situation where you put 4 people in a room and try to make them do something together. No matter what it is, it's going to be, if they're all the same and they don't have anything to offer each other, they might all get along just fine, but nothing very interesting will come out of it. If you put diverse personalities together and they learn how to collaborate and coordinate and stuff, then you get something called rock and roll. It's magic when it works. So there's always disparate elements going on. There's always somebody with an attitude that can't really play, and there's always somebody that can really play that doesn't have the right kind of attitude. I mean, so if you can get the rock and the roll together, or whatever you want to call it, the hip and the hop, the country and the western, you sort of have to coordinate it. But the combo becomes, the essential element for me. So it's a 4-person machine. It's not me and some other guys. It's Winston and Michael and Justin and Dave, and that's what we do. We play in Soul Asylum, and just for me, it's the best Soul Asylum I've ever been in.
Yeah, that's great, definitely. And currently, you're on the Summerland Tour. So, what are your upcoming plans and events?
Well, this tour goes on for 2 months, and then we take a little break, and then we go out again. And we have a record that's in the can, I think is the expression, which means we recorded all of it, but it's not mixed yet.
Okay.
So 3 songs are mixed. We got 3 songs that are being mixed, and then we got 10 more songs that are all finished, but we're not arguing about which ones are going to go on the record, but the ones that are really going to get the most work are the ones that are going to sort of rise to the top of whatever ends up being the 12 songs that are on the record.
Awesome. Great. Well, thank you so much for talking to me.
Well, the pleasure was all mine.